Hi there and welcome back. Dan again from CleanGuru. And today I just wanted to share with you a shift in thinking, a small idea that may help your cleaning company. Have you ever noticed when it comes to coming up with a company name, people get very excited about this and they spend a lot of time with that. Same thing goes for a logo. It's kind of a fun and interesting thing and they put a lot of time and attention into it. Why is that? Again, because it's perceived in their mind as fun. And that makes the time go quickly and they don't mind spending the time. But when it comes to things like changing your company to make it more attractive to prospective clients, so you're going to make some kind of a change in the way you do services, those kinds of operational changes, we don't do that as much because it's not in our minds, I believe, perceived as fun or interesting. But we could. I think we could change that a little bit. For example, let's say more than a grind, we make it kind of a more of a game of it. So for example, let's say you have 6 people and you're sitting down at a weekly meeting about your company. Maybe break into teams of 2, so 3 teams of 2, and say, you know, by next week, let's come up with something that you think we could change in how we do our service that prospective clients might like. And then next week, compare them. That's one idea, kind of make a game of it. Or here's another idea. Don't think of it as overwhelming. How about this? We're going to pick out a couple places, a couple of our customers, and we're going to make a few changes. You know, if you think about it that you have to do the whole company, it may be overwhelming. But if you just isolate it to an experiment, let's say, or in your mind think of it as an experiment in a couple of the places you clean to see how that change works, and it turns out that it works great in one situation, well then you may want to expand it to your whole company. So the idea is that when you're running your business, service changes to come up with what we call measurable guarantees of performance, MGPs, we can maybe get better ones and get more of them if we change our thinking from being drudgery to being more fun and interesting. Something to think about. Hope you have a great week. Until next time, remember that you can do this. You really can.